Aho, brothers of the axe. It's Joe. I'm out here on the bench. It's Thursday night, and working tonight on getting this new spoke shave that I recently picked up, tuned up, and I've got the iron good and sharp now. Brought it out to a 1600 grit, and then hit it with the strop, and it is ready for some work. Picked this up locally off a buddy of mine. It's a T. Pilkerton from Sheffield, England. And it's one of these, what do they call them? Low angle wood spoke shaves that I really enjoy. And this one's super nice. The blade is a good tight fit. This thing took a really nice edge. Seems like the steel is good. It burred up real nicely. So I just chased that burr for a little bit, and yeah, she's looking good. So what we're gonna do is, same buddy of mine gave me a project he wanted to get done. He's got this old hatchet here, this sort of collared hatchet. He believed that it was pretty old. I can't remember what he said, but I'm thinking he said something probably around the turn of the century, if not older. But it's a pretty interesting, little half hatchet. You don't see too many of them with the collars. Usually it's the, got one here, got a bunch here. Usually you get these more modern ones. These are sort of a dime a dozen. Pick these up at flea markets and garage sales and stuff like that for a couple bucks usually. But this one's older. Pretty nice. Good old patina on it. And I have an old handle that I pulled that I think the patina would really match. So we're going to sink this down, and we're going to use the new draw knife to go ahead and get that done. Before we do that, this thing is just a little dry. I'm going to go ahead and just hit it with a little bit of wood whack. Yeah. Can't speak today. Just hit it with a little bit of my wood wax here. Yeah. All right. So I think what we'll do is we'll chuck this handle up in the vise here and see how this thing throws curls. So, all right, guys. So got her chucked up in the vise. Gonna get going with this. It's summertime now. We're first week of June here. So I've transitioned from the old hot coffee to some iced coffee. So I got my Stoke cold brew out here, and when we were high overhead, forgot to do a wrist check. Just got on a little cheapy 6105 Captain Willard clone that a buddy of mine hooked me up with. So just a Seiko Willard clone. Good little watch though, especially for banging around in the shop. All right, so first test cuts. It's cutting. It's throwing nice shavings. And I've mentioned before, I've mentioned it 100 times at this point too, I'm not God's gift to sharpening, so I'm sure one of you other brothers could get this thing tuned up even better than I can, but I took it to 1600 grit. Like I said, stropped it with green Bark River compound on a leather strop. And it's cutting good. And this is some old kind of gnarly, I'm taking out the shelf that was on the back of this hang previously. Just getting through some of this old patina here on this wood. Yeah, this eye is pretty small, actually, all things considered. It's cool instances like this, too, where I can kind of kill two birds with one stone here, is kind of use one of these old hatchet handles that are in good shape that I've pulled off, you know, one piece or another, and, you know, use them to fix up another cool old hatchet. So it's kind of like a win-win. And I couldn't tell you where I got this hatchet handle, and I couldn't tell you what was on it. It's just kind of the name of the game when you collect axes and hoard tools for over a decade. After a while, you kind of forget, you know, where things came from and where you got them and how much you paid. And it's funny, like I remember when I first got into it, I would meet a lot of these crazy old guys who had a garage or a barn or something like that filled with axes, and went, you know, just think, Jesus, like, how did they get there? And, you know, now at 40 years old, I'm approaching that. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, man, in another 20, 30 years, I'm going to have some kid coming to my house from Marketplace or whatever kind of listing it's going to be in, you know, the year 2047, and go, Jesus Christ, could you look at this old timer? So I got that to look forward to. All right, gotta take a little off the sides. Yeah, this thing cuts good. I'm already very happy with this. Might actually have cut a little too good. I might have taken a little too much off there. It's all right. Got plenty of handle here to sink it down. Plenty of shoulder. Yeah, I'm actually excited to get a new handle build going so that I can really put this thing to the test. And now that I've got my draw knife tuned up, and more importantly, one of the subscribers, or actually I don't even know if he's a subscriber or not, but somebody left a comment on my draw knife video, you know, saying that it would help if I did a couple different things and kind of fix my draw knife technique a little bit, and that actually helped immensely. So I can't remember who it was that made that comment, but whoever it was, thanks, I appreciate that. Just put a chamfer here on the end. So let me know in the comments, guys, what's everybody's summer looking like so far? Anybody get any good flea market finds yet? Any good yard sale finds? Anything like that? I've gotten pretty lucky so far between the Memorial Day axe meetup and a couple trades, a couple marketplace finds. Haven't really hit any yard sales. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. I hit a yard sale before Memorial Day, I think the weekend before Memorial Day, and wound up getting a good deal on a couple pocket knives, a couple Swiss Army knives, and actually one of them I sharpened up and really enjoy. It's a Wanger, not a Victorinox, or a Wanger, something like that. But it's not the typical Victorinox, but it's like that. I think they call it the executive model. It's just got the blade and the nail file. And it is really nice to just throw in your pocket. I work in an office. I'm in the insurance business. So I used to back when I did professional photography full time, I would always have a big Spyderco or something like that always clipped to my pocket, and can't really do that in an office setting. I mean, especially maybe not this particular office setting. Wouldn't be super, I guess it wouldn't be looked at very warmly or welcomely. So, but that's fine. So I just kind of keep a pocket knife these days. And before I picked that up, I was kind of bouncing around between an old Camillus Stockman and a Kaiser Feist, more of a modern one and then more of a traditional one. For a while I was, even back when I used to carry like a big, I mean, my EDCs for years used to be Spydercos. I had a Delica 4, a big 4-inch blade, and a Manix 2 Spyderco. That's not quite a 4-inch blade. That's like, I think, a 3 1/4-inch blade, but it's a big, you know, big broad blade. I used to carry those around quite a bit. And I would also keep a supplemental, more traditional knife in the pocket because, you know, sometimes depending on where I was, it would just kind of be, again, looked upon very weirdly to pull out a big, you know, sort of tactical folder like that. Because even when I was in the photography industry, I would do a lot of corporate work. You know, I'd be in offices a lot. Did a lot of work in New Jersey, which is a pretty liberal state. So you can draw whatever political conclusions you want there. But yeah, suffice to say, pulling out a big 4-inch tactical folder in some of these offices would not have went over very well. Yeah, phew, we're already, it's gonna be a quick video, guys. We got this thing sunk, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through this eye already. All right. So yeah, let me know, guys, how you guys doing with your pickups this summer? Who's got plans to do what? Anybody doing any camping or hiking? Getting out on the water, fishing trips, that kind of thing. I'd love to hear it. And if anybody is taking any trips to the Bucks County, Pennsylvania area, or even down to the Jersey Shore, hit me up. I'd love to meet up with some of you guys, maybe do a little trading, that kind of thing. Yeah, I think at this point I'm going to just transition solely to this 4-in-hand here because that spoke shave is just going to be probably a little too aggressive. I don't want to take off any more material than I already have. Well, that's not true. I want to keep taking material off, but I don't want to go too crazy. So yeah, this was kind of just a little bit of a spur of the moment video. Just wanted to come out here and check out my new shave and tune it up a little bit. And this would just be a good project to, you know, to test it out on. So, but I got a lot of good projects coming up, guys. So stay tuned. We are about 7/8 of the way out of that eye. You can see that. Grab another little sip of coffee here. Oh, man, that's good. Yeah, it is hot as the blazes in the shed right now. I got the door closed, and I don't want to put any of the fans on because I'm recording here. So that kind of sucks to be me right now a little bit, but it is what it is. Some guys pay big money every month for a gym membership to use a sauna. So here I am getting it for free. I guess I shouldn't complain. Ooh. And like I said before too, guys, I didn't really plan on shooting anything tonight, so might just do kind of use this as a midweek sort of drop video. This video, if I'm being honest, this video kind of stinks, but let me know if I'm wrong. But didn't really plan anything out here, just kind of trying to fly by the seat of my pants. Not like all my other videos, right, that are, you know, highly organized and planned out, and, you know, I'm making scripts for all these videos and everything like that, right? Right, guys? Right? So now we're just about dead flush with the top of the eye. Oh, all right. What was that guy's name from Dazed and Confused? Was it Waterden or Matthew McConaughey's character? Water something. You guys know the movie I'm talking about? Dazed and Confused? Waterson. That was what his name was. Waterson. Let me show you what old Melbatos is packing. Yeah, if you're like a vintage muscle car guy and you've not seen Dazed and Confused, yeah, you need to go check that movie out, because even just in the opening credits, there's all kinds of cool cars. One of the main cars in the movie is like a 69 or, yeah, I think it's like a 69 GTO Judge. And then another one of the main cars is a black SS 396, or was it a 440, 454? Whatever it was a nice old Chevelle SS. I think like maybe a 70 or a 71. Can't remember off the top of my head, but sweet cars in that movie. And actually, I just learned something too. The dude that plays Benny in that movie, the guy that drives the old C10 pickup truck, that's freaking Rip from Yellowstone, Cole Hauser. That's Rip plays him. And then apparently he also plays the villain from Too Fast, Too Furious. So like, that's kind of crazy. And then he played Rip from Yellowstone. I don't know if anybody ever watched that one. I was a late adopter to that series. I still never finished it, but never really got the hype on it. And then I started watching it and was like, damn, this is pretty cool. Yeah, I think I might have said it in my Rixford video, but anytime you use one of these old halves and throw on a different head than the one that it came with, it's kind of always, it never goes all that smooth. There's always kind of like some weird gappage or something that you're working with, but it's all good. Happy to be putting some of this old wood back to good use. And if I know my buddy Alex, like I think I do, he will be putting this hatchet to use too. I've never met a guy that is as serious a collector as Alex and has as really nice high-end pieces as he does, and the guy uses them all. You know, he buys and sells and flips and trades and everything like that, but the man is not afraid to swing an expensive axe, which is honestly kind of refreshing to see. You know what? Shout out to my buddy Kevin. I would say he's my new buddy, but we've been knowing each other for a little bit now. But my buddy Kevin's got a bunch of nice axes and hung on a bunch of really nice premium handles, and he's not afraid to swing them. So that's cool. Like, I really dig that. I really think that that's admirable. Got to start working on this taper here in the back. I don't want to create that hard shelf like that. So I'm going to come in from the bottom here and start tapering it rather than continuing to just move that shelf down. I'll kind of come from behind and start working a taper, if that makes sense. Some nice old wood. I'm guessing this is hickory, but oh, stupid piece of leather's in the way. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, my buddy Ryan from Lionhead Restorations sent me a video that he did a while back showing how to make some really easy soft jaws for your vise out of just kind of, I'm pretty sure it was just dimensional, like, pine that he used. Maybe it wasn't. I'm not sure what he used, but it was like, you know, 2x6 or something like that he cut notches out of that fit on the slide of the front jaw of the vise. Pretty smart idea, I have to say. Yeah, I might have to do some beta testing in here with running the exhaust fan and the job site fan with the door open to see how good the audio is, because it's not even the dog days of summer yet, and it's freaking hot in here. I mean, it's 10 o'clock at night, and it has cooled down significantly, but as I have mentioned in previous videos, my shop is insulated, although it is not climate controlled other than a Mr. Buddy heater in the wintertime. So I'm gonna have to figure something out, because usually in the dog days of summer I'm typically not in the shop as much, but you know, now that I'm posting a lot and kind of getting back into, you know, the swing of the axe restoration thing, I definitely want to be out here a lot more this summer than I was last summer. Yeah, I might have only done, I don't know. I think I might have done maybe 4 or 5 projects last summer. You know, full complete builds with the handles and everything like that. I was pretty active in the spring. I did a lot of handle making in the spring, but kind of once the heat of the summer came along. Yeah, this collar is messing me up a little bit. I'm not sure why this head's not wanting to tip down. Dog's going crazy about something out there. You probably hear that. Somebody, one of the neighbors probably had the audacity to walk by. Pop, 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 pop. Exactly what was happening. Already sitting straighter. Already sitting straighter. Yep. Yeah, still a little open. The hang's still a little open, but it closed it off by at least a couple degrees. So I guess that's what we got to do. We got to start straightening up that tongue. I don't want to mess around with the head too much. The patina on this is really nice, but I think what I will do is hand file this edge for Alex. Get a nice nice edge on there for him. Hammer pull's in good shape on this too, for as old as it is. Nice old hatchet. Should be a good one once it's done. Oh, brothers of the axe. I fit this head down quite a bit off camera. It was just getting a little monotonous. I did a cross wedge or a cross kerf, so we're gonna cross wedge this to kind of spread it in the eye a little bit. And oh look, there's my little pink tripod, guys. Look at that. How cute is that? But yeah, we'll get this sucker seated and make some wedges. You gonna be a good dog? Not eat screws? Well, that's good news. All right. Drive this guy home. Aho, Brother Ryan. Big old ball peener. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's in there. All right, let's cut this flush and cross wedge it. All right, get one of these cross wedges in. I almost didn't film this. I am selling some kayaks on Marketplace, so I'm dealing with some Marketplace knuckleheadery. Man, guys, I don't know if anybody sells anything on Marketplace, but I don't know why everybody needs to make things more complicated than they need to be. Selling 2 kayaks, I make a super detailed Marketplace listing. I get 17 messages. Probably 10 of them are asking a question that's literally right in the title. Yeah, it's just infuriating. I'll tell you this. If you send me an "is this available" on Marketplace, I will not answer you. Like, if you can't be bothered to just ask me a simple question rather than clicking a button, I'm going to assume either A, you're a knucklehead, or B, you have nothing invested in this and are going to waste my time. And either way, I kind of don't want to deal with you. But if anybody is interested in any tips or tricks or anything like that, my buddy Ryan over at Lionhead Restorations, he just dropped a video that we collabed on with a bunch of good tips and tricks for buying on Marketplace. So go over to his channel and check that out. He scored a sweet bison, swivel vise, and from what he told me, it was like a, I don't know, $500 vise or something like that, and he scored it off this guy for, I think, $60 is what he said, but he's calling it 50 because he found $10. And he got a bunch of free stuff too, because one of the tips was you got to ask people, got to ask them about axes. A lot of people think old, broken, handled axes and old rusty axe heads are just junk and garbage, and nobody will ever want to pay them for any of this kind of stuff. So let them know, I routinely post an ad in my area too, cash for old steel. Looking for just castaway, discarded axes that people are willing to give away for a song, sometimes free. Some good old steel here. This is an unmarked head, at least I'm pretty sure it's unmarked, but whatever the steel is, it's nice. Whoop. Putting a little too much. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to go crazy on this thing. It's just the edge had a little damage on it. I want to get this back to Alex ready to sell, so. My buddy Alex runs an antiques business, and routinely is he's kind of a revolving inventory. So worked out a trade with him, and one of the parts of the trade was I was going to hang this little hatchet head for him. So yeah, just finishing this guy up on Saturday. Cool. Yeah, it took a nice edge. Let me just work the bevel a little bit on the other side so you guys can see there. Just kind of chase that burr back and forth. This already had a pretty decent grind to it. It was just the edge that was a little dinged up. And sorry about the audio here on the last part of this video, guys. I only just realized now I forgot to bring my mic out to record, so the audio is not going to really match all that well, but hey, this is going to just be like a little midweek drop video, just a little bonus. Just a little bonus content for you guys that like to hear me out here in the shop rambling. There's probably one or two of you. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm out here doing my ethical axe today. Out here in the shop, banging around a sharp axe head with sandals. Cool, cool, cool. Where, let's see. Get a little stone. Little stone action. Yeah, so I got this guy coming to pick these kayaks up. Put 7 pictures of these kayaks, how much I want, the condition they're in, what they come with, which is nothing. They come with just kayaks. We agree to everything. He says, okay, I'm going to come get them right now. They come with paddles, right? No, they don't come with paddles. Did you see anywhere in the ad that I showed a picture of paddles or that I said they come with paddles? I said, I got a 2 extra that I'll sell you for $15. Don't hear anything back from him for 20 minutes after he sees the message. And I'm like, really? Really? You're going to ghost me over an extra $15 that I'm asking for paddles? I guess I should just give you my stuff, huh? For free, as my father-in-law says. My Russian father-in-law. You'll give me for free? No, I will not. All right. I think we're going to call this good. All right, guys. So thanks for coming along on this this little short, well, probably not even that short, but this little ramble video here. Yeah, another one down. So cool, man. Yeah, like I said, thanks for coming along, guys. I will catch everybody on the next one. Take it easy.